That is England with their 3-goal rout against Greece at Athens, and they have moved to the top of the Nations League group. But yes, tell you what, that is just the goal difference. They are above Greece in the Nations League table. But let me tell you one thing, what is happening in the Latin American World Cup qualification, CONMEBOL matches, because here it is that Argentina is facing that loss against Paraguay, and it is Lionel Messi being there, Martinez, their goalkeeping is also there. What are the men of Scaloni doing? But what, Brazil has also just level draws with Venezuela, and that is Vinicius Jr., who has missed a penalty. But one more exciting thing from the Nations League is that without the presence of Kylian Mbappe, Didier Deschamps' man Les Blues has not been able to score a goal against Israel, and there were a massive 24 shots on goal. So let's dive into it. What happened in these games last night? Welcome back to another episode with FC RAMSAY, and what a watch along we had the previous night, and especially to mention those fans for their support on our Facebook live stream. Many thanks to you, and being a fan is definitely a hats off for you guys. But yes, show us that support at YouTube also, because here we are talking about England winning those, France getting goalless, as well as the CONMEBOL, where the world qualification for the Latin Americans, Argentina losing to Paraguay. I mean, Scaloni's men, they were having that 11-minute goal by Lautaro Martinez, and as well as Navarria from the likes of Paraguay getting those. But it was just the second goal where Argentina just couldn't get those comebacks. And yes, Lionel Scaloni had the substitutions of Paredes, Garnacho, Ballardi in the squad, whereas he was having Alvarez in the starting lineup, as well as Martinez with the center forward. There were so many passes, so much possession, so much into the game. But then also, this is football. Lionel Messi has to accept this defeat. But talking about the next game was that of Venezuela and Brazil. And let me tell you what, Vinicius Jr. got that penalty kick opportunity and he has missed it. Damn, Vinicius Jr. missing a penalty. It is somewhat a scene which is not much seen by him these days. But yes, Dorval Jr., their manager for Brazil these days, what is he cooking up? Because the likes of Sevino, Rafinha and Vinicius Jr. in the squad, with the likes of Guimarães and Gerson. But yes, tell me what, that kid Estevao, he is there and he was being substituted from Palmeiras. He is into the winter transfers, and he will definitely be seen a move to some of the elite big clubs this winter transfers. But yes, then also Brazil and Venezuela getting those draws, as well as Paraguay getting those wins against Argentina. The table of the World Cup qualification, CONMEBOL, the Latin American League, is that Argentina is at the top. Just have a look at it. Colombia on the second, Brazil on the third position, Uruguay and Ecuador and Paraguay will definitely qualify for the FIFA World Cup. But yes, lots of worries for Venezuela, Bolivia, Peru and Chile. So what are your says that who will qualify for the World Cup qualification? Later, moving on to our UEFA Nations League, Slovenia against Norway. What an exciting match that was. It was Nusa from Norway with the likes of Haaland in the score, just getting those 2 goals in the first half. But yes, Slovenia on the other hand, Benjamin Sesko getting that penalty, converting it. It was somewhat worrying for Norway, because this table was not looking that decent, because this win of Norway would have just yielded them 10 points. Just look at this table. Austria is at the top. Norway with this win gets to the second position, whereas Slovenia was also just fighting with Norway. But this win of Norway, the score sheet of Haaland, as well as the likes of Nusa and Hauge in the 82nd minutes, just gives the edge to Norway to qualify for the UEFA Nations League. And it is definitely a must win or a draw for them in the next match, because that will be the decider. Still, there are hopes for Slovenia, but what is Erling Haaland has to do is definitely a watch to look out for the next UEFA Nations League matches. But yes, in the next, where Belgium was hosting Italy at Brussels, Belgium under Tedesco, what is happening? They are not being able to make passes. They are not being able to make those shots from inside the box. Lukaku being the center forward, as well as Luis Openda was there. But what were the likes of their midfields going into those attacks? There was Trossard, who was playing always from the out of the box, as well as Onana deep in the defensive midfields. Angels was also there, but why D. Cooper and Castagne, who were not having those type of formations as well as build-ups from the flanks were kept in the team for up to the 88th minutes, and after that Tedesco makes that substitution. What a game it was. I mean, definitely Italy under the likes of their manager Luciano Spalletti is doing their job great. Yes, they have got those defeat in the Euros, but after that the team has been seen, and once Italy are in form, I tell you what, the Azuris are the deadliest blues in the world. And yes, if they start playing like this, it will be unstoppable because they are not getting those losses. And talking about this table, with England getting those 3-goal redemption against Greece at Athens, I mean, that is definitely Lee Castle wasn't expecting. But yes, it has happened, and Lee Castle has already said that this definitely means a lot. But do not worry about it. There is the likes of Thomas Tuchel taking on this Three Lions team from January, and that will some kind of modification to it. But yes, Madueke, Bellingham, Gordon as well as Watkins in the starting lineup, whereas Harry Kane was dropped. So lots of pressure on Harry Kane from the German media as well as from the English media, because he has to answer many things. Whereas Dominic Solanke, he wasn't just made the substitution, as well as there was Concha. But let me tell you what, Konsa as well as Gay was there, and the substitutions which was made by Lee Carsley was that of Lewis Hall, Rogers. Harry Kane was brought into the attack at the 66 minutes. Jared Bowen and Gibbs White were the substitution. But yes, Greece with their squad just couldn't make that difference. But in the previous game, they had that 2-goal win against the Three Lions. But yes, this was some kind of redemption which the English squad made, and they must be happy because at the top of the group is the likes of England with 12 points. Just look at it. But it is the goal difference which is making that difference with Greece, and in the top of the two are going to just qualify for the next round. But yes, France, Didier Deschamps, man, what a show they had. I mean, 70% possession to that of Israel at their home ground. They had a total of shots to the goal 24, but only 8 on target out of that. I mean, without the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Didier Deschamps, he is just supporting him and saying that he needs more time at the Los Blancos and he has to play. But what do you think that the likes of Kolomwani not performing that good, Barcola, Zaire as well as Olise in the squad, they were having those performances. But yes, Deschamps just goes for the substitution of Kingsley Coman, Christopher Nkunku, and Marcus Thuram was not in the starting lineup. At the 78th minute, he was just brought. This was bit annoying from Didier Deschamps. So is Zinedine Zidane going to take over the reins of the Les Blues and taking them back to the glories? Because in the table of this is Italy at the top, and France, by the virtue of Belgium not playing that good, are at the second position with 10 points. So yes, Belgium are out because if they win their next game, they are moving to the 7 points and they are not going to qualify. So that is much of disheartening for the UEFA Nations League. So yes, that was all for today. What are your say about the CONMEBOL, the Latin American World Cup qualifications, as well as the UEFA Nations League? And yes, do join our watch along, which we stream late at the night when the matches are being played. So till then, give those like, share and subscribe movement to us and keep going. Bye bye.